Every year I go to at least a couple of new countries, meet new people, observe the cultures. I think that's extremely enriching.
How do you measure? What is the measurability of associating with sports today? So is that a challenge, and what's your approach to it as a marketer?
Yeah, I think for every activity that a marketeer does, measurement is always a challenge.
Totally.
But I think the trick is really to have measurement metrics in place. And while there are measurement metrics like brand health, which keep on happening, I think the key for a brand marketeer is when the campaign starts is to go to the market, or you and your team go to the market, speak to consumers, see if it is getting fed through your customers. I think that's really the true test. So while we should always have matrices, but some of them come with a lag, right? But idea is to go to the market and almost do a strategic timeout, as they call in sports. So get together in 4 or 5 days after meeting a lot of consumers and customers and see if the campaign is getting picked up, and then do course correction if required.
Is that something you actively do?
Oh yes, absolutely.
So has there been an activity, and you can tell me from your Unilever days to your Castrol as well, that you've it's underway, feedback from consumers shows you differently, and it has been course corrected? Can you share some instance with us like that?
Yeah, we did actually. So we were activating a big ICC property, a T20 World Cup, and we had already shot a lot of campaign with a cricketer. And when we started the campaign, in 2 or 3 days, we started getting trolled, saying, does he really mean it? Is he reading the dialogues? What poor acting, and so on. So midway in the campaign, we decided to actually dump some of that content, right, and started afresh. It was difficult because a lot of times marketers are very close to the campaign. They don't want to make changes. But this is an example in which we're listening to consumers and did course correction quickly, and of course it worked.
So Castrol has also been an avid supporter, if I may put it that way, associating with sports from IPL to PKL to F1. Do you believe, as a marketer today, that India has evolved into a multi-sport nation and we are looking at other sports seriously besides cricket today?
Till a few years back, till 5 to 6 years back, India was a one sports nation. And I see that changing rapidly, and I think a lot of credit goes to some broadcasters for starting leagues, and look at what Star has done with Kabaddi.
Right.
Right? It's classic category building that we call in marketing. So which is they have taken a game that originated from India, made it sort of fast paced, and then started marketing and building it like a new category. They're also targeting women customers, they're targeting children. And I think targeting children has worked really well. So I had gone for a PKL match once, and next to me were a father and son, and actually the son was educating father on the game. He knew all the players, he knew all the games, and I think what Star is doing by capturing an entire generation of children is really amazing. I know now football is becoming bigger, Kabaddi is of course now the most watched sport after cricket. A lot of people are watching other sports like even motorsports. So when we do some events around MotoGP and so on, the target audience is limited, but there's a lot of passion. It also gets a lot of traction. And I'm really delighted to see we're not a country that watches one sport, but multiple sports. And if you look at Asian Games that just happened, a lot of people were following everything, including even athletics.
Right.
And I think that is really heartening to see.
What do you do when you're not working?
Well, I watch a lot of sports. Recently, in fact, I have picked up, I've started watching content on likes of Netflix and Amazon Prime. And actually, that's something I was missing out. I just picked up like 3 months back. And after that, I have finished some, web series back to back on weekends during my travel and so on. I also like traveling a lot. So every year I go to at least a couple of new countries, meet new people, observe the cultures. I think that's extremely enriching.